Welcome back to the BTB Show, everybody. Today, got Omar, J, Earl, and myself here. Talk some more Jayson Tatum. He just made his return a couple days ago against the Dallas Mavericks. Since then, there's been another game against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Both games that the Boston Celtics won. So they're 2-0 with Tatum. They can keep this up. They'll be champions, but I'm sure they'll lose eventually. Jay, we're going to start off with you today. How does Tatum look to you in these?
I think Earl's going to start. But Omar, you're echoing, bro.
Man, yeah, I'll say this, man.
Sorry, we're supposed to go Earl. My bad.
Yeah. Oh, no, you're good. Man, to me, Tatum, he played like I thought he was going to play. If you guys missed the last episode, I basically said, Jayson Tatum would not have came back if he wasn't ready. And I think coming off an injury, the first and most important thing is just going out there. And you can tell he was a little bit nervous. Maybe not so much of, playing the game of basketball, but the injury risk. I know there was an early dunk where he was kind of hanging on the rim, and if you notice, he landed on the one foot that wasn't injured, so he was still not fully trusting his body as far as that injury being fully healed. But I think once he kind of took that out of his mind, he got more comfortable. Early into the game, he was shooting a lot of shots, bricking. But one thing he was doing was playing within the system. He was close to, a triple-double first game? He was playing absolutely fantastic on the glass. He was cooking on the glass. He's getting rebounds. He was hitting his guys. There's one pass. He skipped it to the corner, I think, to Derek White. There was another one where he threw a outlet pass to Jaylen Brown. Easy two-point opportunity. And you want to be able to see those guys play together. I think I've seen in an interview, Jaylen Brown basically telling the Celtics fans, hey, regardless of what happens these next couple weeks, I got to chill out. It's going to take us time to get the chemistry and all the balance 100%, which is true. You're adding, I'll just say an all-star caliber player back into a system where you have Jaylen Brown, who's been playing at an MVP level. So it's hard to kind of have Jaylen Brown defer to Jayson Tatum when he's already shown his dominance on the season. So you've seen a little bit of that early into the game. I feel like Brown kind of deferred a little bit too much. And then as the game got a little bit close, you've seen Jaylen Brown kind of take over. And then Jayson Tatum ease his way back into the game. I think that was the most important thing. He didn't start focusing on chucking shots. He just played within the system. And I think that's when his offense came a lot easier. So shout out to Tatum for that. Game 2, I believe, was versus the Mavericks. That was just, I feel like he started off really hot. It was like the reverse. He started the game off really hot. I think he started the game 4 for 5, and then his offense kind of cooled down a little bit. But regardless, he was still in the glass, still getting assists. So I think until we won't see the full version of Jayson Tatum probably until, me being completely honest, probably game 15. I think he'll be back to almost, not exactly where he was, like Max said. I don't think he's going to fully be exactly what he was before the injury, but it's going to take time for him to get that full rhythm back. So I'm not going to 100% judge him off of 2 games. I will say his motor is there. You could see on the bench between timeouts, he was definitely gassed, which is obviously you can't simulate full-time basketball playing fives. So yeah, I think for me overall, I think Jayson Tatum played great. And I'll put y'all in notes like I did last week. The Celtics are the scariest team in the Eastern Conference. It's their conference to win. They look great without him. They look absolutely elite with him. So, good luck, everybody in the East, bro.
Jay, now I'll actually throw it over to you for real this time. But how do you feel? Are you as impressed by the Celtics with Tatum? Are you as impressed by his returns?
Yeah, I was one of those with Earl that was saying with modern medicine and everything that's been going on lately with sports and how fast guys come back and how they come back damn near the same before the injury. I expected the same with Tatum. He's only 28 years old. And he's been doing this his whole life, bro. All he had to do was shake off the rust, and we seen it in that first Mavs game. He started off rusty, but was doing everything, bro. He had 15, 12, and 7. He almost had a triple-double in his first game back.
Yeah.
He's obviously not moving the same. I remember watching a fast break with him and Pritchard. He was just not running full speed. Jayson Tatum, at his full athleticism, is extremely fast for his size and, can jump out the gym, dunks on people all the time. And he was not moving at that pace. We saw him miss a dunk in that Mavs game, that one-hand dunk he tried to attempt. He's just not there all the way. But once he gets his confidence back physically, he trusts his legs again, and he just starts jumping again how he was before, this team has aspirations to win it all. That's how scary this Celtics team looks, bro. Fast forward to the Cavs game, he finished 6 for 16, but in the fourth quarter when it mattered, he was just hitting shots. And that's what the Celtics needed. They have this record without him, I understand, but they lost to a lot of good teams. They got blown out by, I think, the Nuggets a couple weeks ago. They got blown out that game against the Hornets. They needed JT in those games, and now that he's there, he was just there in that Cavs game, with Donovan Mitchell, Harden. I know they had no Jared Allen, but they kind of ran through them that game. They end to end led that game, and they closed out the Cavs, and it was just a dominant Celtics win, and that's how I expect them to be for the rest of the season. Like, I think the Cavs will be their only competition, but with Tatum looking like this and Jaylen Brown still be able to do Jaylen Brown things, and Kata is just still being a solid big, and Peyton Pritchard still had his 20s, saw him ISO Harden in that last game. Like, this team is just unbelievable on paper and unbelievable with the eye test. Like, Joe Mazzulla can play around with lineups. Like, he don't even got to play Jordan Walsh every game. Baylor Sharman came in and had a good game. Nikola Vucevic is still out with a broken finger. Like, this, I think after OKC, the Celtics have to be the second most deep team in terms of, like, not name, but just in terms of plug and play. Like, hey, I could put out this lineup and they're gonna produce just as good as that lineup. Like, this team is good. The sky is the limit for this team. And yeah, man, Jayson Tatum looks like he's back, man. He's back like he never left, man. I can't believe that he is playing this season, but like we said, man, modern medicine and technology today got him back, and we see it, man. Shout out to JT.
Omar, what's your thoughts on this return?
So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna just follow suit. Everybody kind of hit the nail with the hammer there, kind of sealed the coffin with all of that with Jayson Tatum. I kind of want to talk about the guys around him a little bit more because it's really it is really the story of both games. Like, Jayson Tatum, first off, I don't want to say like anything to say that he was bad at any means. 27 minutes, 20 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. He played well in the minutes that he had against Cleveland, and then with Charlotte, I believe he had the same, or at least around the same. So this is a person who is clearly just getting back, and he's having 20 points is kind of insane. You're coming back to Jaylen Brown, who's also playing absolutely out of his mind, playing on an MVP type of level. And honestly, I don't know why people are kind of shocked about that, considering what we saw Jaylen Brown do in the NBA Finals and to capture that NBA Finals MVP award. That side itself, we know the Celtics are deep. The Celtics are insanely deep. You have Baylor Shireman came in for 21 minutes during the Charlotte game. The Charlotte game, yes. And then the next game, he played another 20 and a half minutes. Baylor Shireman came into the Cleveland game, played 26 minutes, hit 16 points. Baylor Shireman has been a name that I've actually been hearing for the past 3 games from how well he has been playing. So shout out to him. He's been coming off the bench and providing really good minutes for them. Same with Luka Garza, who is holding it down as much as he can. And the rest of the guys. I mean, Peyton Pritchard has been also another story for the past 2 weeks, or 2 weeks, I should say. Yeah, he hit. How many threes did he hit the other night? Was it around 8? Please excuse me if I'm wrong. Somebody tell me. But he came off the bench like 20 plus minutes, and he was playing out of his mind. So the Celtics are on that level with the Oklahoma City Thunder in terms of how well they have drafted Earl before. Sam Presti and Stevens for the Celtics, they've absolutely been balling for the past couple of years. So shout out to them. Shout out to the Celtics. Shout out to Jayson Tatum for coming back and really taking his time to come back.
Yeah, I feel like these 2 games that Tatum's played so far has been pretty much all you can expect. He's played 27 minutes in both games, which is honestly really good. Like, that is a pretty good sample size for him to be coming back. I mean, to be able to go above that 20-minute mark, I feel like is significant. So he's getting time on the court, which is going to be much needed. Obviously, the shooting, as you guys have mentioned, hasn't really been there so far. Shot 6 for 16 in both those games, but it's not crazy. Like, it's not quite tour date level. But there is obviously that room to improve, which I think will just come with time as he settles into his game, kind of figures out which shots are the best for him to take in this system, because I do think it will be a new system. I think, especially coming off that injury and considering how well Jaylen Brown has played, we're going to see more balance between the two than ever before, if not leaning more towards Jaylen Brown, I think, in crunch time. So I think Tatum's going to have to figure out how to play and that which shots he's going to be the most comfortable taking. Obviously, that one play that went semi-viral was him trying to dunk, and then he came up short and got blocked by the rim. But like that could happen to anyone. That's just probably getting those legs back underneath him. I think we'll see him probably dunking full speed by the time the playoffs roll around. But even if not, I think him being out there, we still see that he could be a valuable contributor. I think he is still the second best player on the Celtics team. time will tell if he returns to that number one on the team, which I think he will. Probably going into next season, there will be that expectation. But I think for now, it is Jaylen Brown's team. As you guys have pointed out, he is playing at an MVP level. And whatever Tatum can do to just kind of take some offensive pressure off of him is going to be, I feel like his comeback has been pretty much everything you can ask for. I think Celtics fans are happy with what they're seeing. Again, that near-ish triple-double, 12 boards, 7 assists. Pretty close enough in that first game. Not quite as much in the second game, but they did win both these games. Certainly, the Celtics were already really good without him. Now that he's back, I think it hasn't been catastrophic. I'll say that, like the return, he hasn't come out and just completely embarrassed himself. He looks like he belongs on the court right now. He could be a valuable contributor, and surely the sky's the limit in terms of where he can get back to. I know there's that quote where he said, "I'm not coming back to be a role player." So I'm sure we'll be back to number 1 or number 2 Jayson Tatum hoops before too long here. But you guys tell us what you thought of Jayson Tatum's comeback. What are the expectations in your eyes for the rest of the regular season? What are your expectations for him and the Celtics going into the postseason? Because they're going to be one of the favorites. They're the second seed in the East. They're chasing down the Detroit Pistons. Can they get that 1 seed, or is it even going to matter? They need the 1 seed to make a run in the East. Let us know in the comment section below. And as always, keep an eye out for our other content, short form, here on YouTube and here on TikTok. We appreciate all you guys watching and tuning in each and every video. Shout out Jay, Earl, and Omar here. I'm Max. This is the BTB Show signing off. Adios, everybody.